The morning light crept through the dusty blinds of Jay Park's small apartment in Seoul. He lay sprawled across his bed, an old worn-out mattress that had seen better days. The room was typical of a single man in his late 20s, clothes scattered, half-empty coffee mugs on the nightstand, and a laptop balanced precariously on a chair. Jay was a freelance graphic designer, barely making ends meet. His life was a routine of late-night work, instant noodles, and occasional gaming sessions. Nothing extraordinary ever happened to him. Until today. The first sensation was weight. Something heavy pressed against his chest, pinning him down. Jay's eyes flickered open, struggling to focus. At first, he thought it was a dream or some bizarre hallucination. A silvery blue creature sat directly on top of him. Its skin shimmered with an almost liquid-like quality, reflecting the morning light in strange patterns. Large, almond-shaped eyes blinked at him, eyes that seemed too intelligent, too aware to be anything remotely animal or human. "Good morning," the creature said. In perfect Korean. Jay's brain struggled to process the information. An alien. Sitting on his chest. Speaking his language. In his bedroom. At 7:30 in the morning. The creature wore what appeared to be a professional uniform, dark navy with strange metallic insignias that seemed to shift and change when he tried to look directly at them. It was neat, pressed, looking more like a corporate representative than a stereotypical sci-fi alien. "I am Rin," the creature continued, tilting its head slightly. "Your assigned domestic support unit." Jay tried to speak, but only a strangled sound came out. He blinked rapidly, wondering if he had accidentally consumed some strange midnight snack that was now causing the most vivid hallucination of his life. Rin seemed unbothered by Jay's shocked silence. With incredible grace, it lifted itself off his chest and stood beside the bed. Its movements were fluid, almost dance-like, defying the typical awkward movements one might expect from a non-human entity. "Your living conditions require immediate intervention," Rin stated matter-of-factly, scanning the room with those incredible eyes. A small device on its wrist began to emit a soft blue light, sweeping across the cluttered space. Jay finally found his voice. "What, who, how?" Rin turned, looking directly at him. "Earth has been incorporated into the Galactic Domestic Support Network 3 standard months ago. Your household was randomly selected for initial integration." Random. Selected. Words that made absolutely no sense when put together in this context. The alien Rin began moving around the room. With each step, small robotic extensions seemed to emerge from its uniform, picking up dirty clothes, organizing scattered papers, and somehow making the coffee mugs vanish. Jay sat up, the blanket pooling around his waist. He was wearing an old t-shirt with a faded gaming logo, boxer shorts, and absolutely no idea how to respond to an alien cleaning his bedroom. "Would you prefer green tea or coffee?" Rin asked, opening a cabinet Jay was certain had been jammed shut for months. "Coffee," Jay mumbled, his brain still trying to catch up with the morning's unexpected events. Within minutes, a perfect cup of coffee appeared. Not just any coffee, but the exact way Jay liked it. Strong, with a hint of caramel, precisely 2.5 sugars. Rin stood nearby, waiting. Watching. Somehow both professional and utterly alien. "Welcome to the Galactic Network," it said finally, a statement that felt more like an official announcement than a greeting. Jay Park, a man who had never done anything extraordinary in his life, realized that everything was about to change. An alien was in his bedroom. Making his coffee. Cleaning his apartment. And it was definitely not how he expected his Wednesday to begin. The morning progressed with an uncomfortable silence. Jay watched Rin move around the apartment, each movement precise and calculated. The alien seemed to have an incredible understanding of human living spaces, despite being completely non-human. Rin explained that Earth had been quietly integrated into a larger galactic administrative system. No dramatic announcements, no worldwide broadcasts. Just a simple bureaucratic process that most humans remained completely unaware of. "Your planet is now part of the Interstellar Domestic Support Consortium," Rin stated, folding a shirt that Jay was certain had been crumpled in the corner for weeks. Each household is assigned a support unit to improve living conditions and facilitate cultural integration. Jay sipped his coffee, wondering if he was still dreaming. The coffee tasted too perfect, the alien too real. He noticed strange devices emerging from Rin's uniform, tiny robotic arms that seemed to clean, organize, and analyze everything they touched. How exactly did this happen? Jay asked, his graphic designer's brain struggling to process the impossible scenario. Rin explained that Earth had been observed for decades. Humanity's potential was recognized, but their social and domestic inefficiencies were concerning to the galactic community. The solution? A comprehensive domestic support program. The alien pulled out a holographic display from its wrist. Complex charts and graphs appeared, showing statistical analyses of human living conditions. Jay saw data about average cleanliness, time management, and household organization. The numbers were not flattering. Your species wastes approximately 27.3% of potential productivity through inefficient living spaces, Rin said matter-of-factly. We are here to optimize. Jay looked around his transformed apartment. Clothes were folded, dishes were cleaned, papers were organized. His normally chaotic living space now looked like something from a professional design magazine. Who authorized this? Jay asked, a mix of confusion and slight irritation in his voice. Rin produced a small digital document. It showed official stamps from what appeared to be multiple alien bureaucratic departments. The document was written in a language that seemed to shift and change whenever Jay tried to focus on it. Your local government's International Administrative Department signed the initial agreement, Rin explained. Specifically, a mid-level bureaucrat named Park Min-seo during a late-night meeting 3 months ago. The casual way Rin mentioned this made it sound like acquiring planetary domestic rights was as normal as ordering takeout. Jay's phone buzzed. A message from his sister. Everything okay? You look stressed in your video calls lately. If she only knew an alien was currently reorganizing his sock drawer. Rin continued working, explaining the broader context. The Galactic Consortium believed that by improving individual living conditions, they could help humanity reach its full potential. Domestic support was just the first step. We have analyzed your personal skills, Rin said, pulling up a holographic profile of Jay. Graphic design. Potential for creative problem solving. Moderate organizational challenges. Jay felt both impressed and slightly invaded. An alien knew more about his life than most of his friends. As afternoon approached, Rin finished its initial assessment. The apartment was transformed. Clean. Organized. Efficient. Your integration begins now, Rin announced. Jay Park, a man who had never considered himself special, realized his life had just become anything but ordinary. An alien was his new roommate, and the world as he knew it would never be the same. Outside, the busy Seoul Street continued its normal rhythm, completely unaware of the extraordinary events happening in one small apartment. The next few days revealed Rin's extraordinary capabilities. What initially seemed like simple cleaning skills transformed into something far more complex and fascinating. Jay watched in amazement as Rin prepared meals with scientific precision. Using a small device that looked like an advanced kitchen scanner, the alien could instantly analyze nutritional needs, prepare perfectly balanced meals, and create dishes that seemed to change flavor and texture with each bite. Your dietary patterns indicate significant nutritional deficiencies, Rin announced one morning, placing a plate of what looked like traditional Korean food but seemed to shimmer slightly. This meal is optimized for your specific metabolic requirements. The food tasted incredible. Somehow, it was familiar yet completely unique, traditional flavors enhanced beyond normal human cooking capabilities. Jay's laptop, which had been struggling with performance issues for months, underwent a complete transformation. Rin's small robotic extensions connected to the device, running diagnostics and repairs that seemed almost magical. Corrupted files restored, hidden system errors eliminated, processing speed increased tenfold. Technology is merely a complex system awaiting optimization, Rin explained, its fingers moving impossibly fast across the keyboard. At his graphic design work, Jay discovered unexpected benefits. Rin would analyze his projects, suggesting micro-adjustments that dramatically improved his designs. Color balances became more precise, compositions more balanced, creative solutions more intuitive. His clients started noticing. Suddenly, Jay's work quality jumped significantly. Contracts increased. His previously struggling freelance career began to stabilize. But it wasn't just practical skills. Rin seemed to understand human emotional complexity in ways no computer or alien should. When Jay felt stressed, the alien would create specific environments, adjusting room temperature, lighting, even producing subtle background sounds that reduced anxiety. One evening, Jay's sister visited unexpectedly. Her reaction to Rin was a mixture of shock, confusion, and curiosity. "Is this legal?" she asked, watching Rin prepare tea with impossible smoothness. Rin simply smiled, a gesture learned in practice to appear more human-like. "Completely authorized. Domestic support is our primary function." The alien's communication skills were equally impressive. Jay discovered Rin could instantly translate and understand complex cultural nuances. During a video call with an international client, Rin provided real-time cultural context and communication suggestions. "Humans communicate through layers of unspoken context," Rin would explain. "Most communication is nonverbal. Our systems are designed to understand these complex interactions." Gradually, Jay realized Rin was more than a cleaning unit. It was a comprehensive life optimization system. Every interaction, every task was approached with incredible efficiency and unexpected creativity. The apartment became a living example of alien-human integration. Clean, organized, technologically advanced, yet still feeling distinctly human. Rin had not replaced human elements but enhanced them. Neighborhood cats that used to avoid Jay's apartment now wandered in freely, seemingly comfortable with Rin's presence. Plants Jay had previously killed through neglect now thrived. Small robots would emerge from Rin's uniform to water them, adjust their positioning, ensure perfect growth conditions. Ecosystem management is a fundamental skill, Rin would say, adjusting a plant's position by mere millimeters. Jay started documenting these experiences, creating a secret digital journal. Not as proof, but as a personal record of this extraordinary situation. Each day brought new surprises, new revelations about what an alien domestic support unit could actually do. As weeks passed, the line between alien assistance and human living became increasingly blurred. Rin was no longer just a visitor or a service unit. It had become something closer to a partner, a strange hybrid of technology, intelligence, and unexpected companionship. And Jay Park's ordinary life had become anything but ordinary. The first sign of trouble came unexpectedly. Global communication networks began to falter, cell phones flickered, internet connections became unstable, satellite communications dropped randomly. Jay noticed Rin's behavior change subtly. The alien's movements became more precise, its attention more focused. Holographic displays emerged from its wrist device, showing complex network diagrams and rapidly changing data streams. "Potential external interference detected," Rin announced, its voice suddenly dropping an octave. The friendly domestic assistant transformed into something else entirely. Strange signals began appearing on global monitoring systems. Military communication channels buzzed with unexplained activity. Satellites detected massive energy signatures approaching Earth's orbital zone. Rin's uniform shifted. The neat domestic worker's outfit transformed into something that looked like advanced tactical gear. Metallic extensions emerged from its body, not cleaning tools, but what appeared to be sophisticated scanning and defensive equipment. "Your planet is experiencing a potential first contact scenario," Rin explained, multiple holographic screens appearing around the apartment. Specifically, an unauthorized entry attempt by the Vex Collective. Jay watched in disbelief as his domestic support unit revealed its true nature. The alien that had been making perfect coffee and organizing his sock drawer was now analyzing global defense protocols. Military communication channels began going dark. Major cities experienced unexpected power fluctuations. Something was approaching Earth, something that didn't seem friendly. Rin's hands moved across holographic interfaces with incredible speed. Domestic support units are not just household assistants, the alien explained. We are first-line reconnaissance and adaptive response systems. Hidden capabilities emerged rapidly. The small robotic extensions that had previously cleaned Jay's apartment now connected to multiple global communication networks. Rin was simultaneously translating, analyzing, and potentially defending against an incoming threat. Your planet's defensive systems are primitive, Rin stated matter-of-factly. Current military protocols have significant vulnerabilities. Jay's apartment transformed. Holographic maps showed potential invasion routes. Complex mathematical calculations scrolled across invisible screens. The small living space became a high-tech command center. Outside, people continued their normal routines. Most remained unaware of the potential threat. But something was definitely wrong. Communication networks became increasingly unstable. Rin pulled up detailed schematics of the approaching vessels. They were unlike anything human technology had ever encountered, massive structures that seemed to bend spatial understanding itself. The Vex Collective seeks resource acquisition, Rin explained. Your planet has specific mineral and biological characteristics they find valuable. Military communication channels became increasingly desperate. Radar systems picked up massive objects approaching Earth's atmosphere. Traditional defense systems seemed completely inadequate. Jay realized his apartment had become the unexpected center of potential planetary defense. An alien domestic support unit was now humanity's first line of protection. I require your assistance, Rin said, turning to Jay. Your creative problem-solving skills are statistically significant. The alien began explaining complex invasion defense strategies. Potential countermeasures. Adaptive response protocols that combine human creativity with alien technological understanding. Strange energy signatures began appearing in major cities. Communication networks continued to destabilize. Something was coming. And humanity's first defense was a domestic support unit standing in a small Seoul apartment, alongside a confused graphic designer who was about to discover just how extraordinary an alien Maid could be. The invasion was about to begin. And nothing would be the same again. The sky turned an unnatural shade of metallic gray. Massive alien vessels began materializing above major cities, their structures defying conventional physics. Traditional military responses seemed futile against the Vex Collective's advanced technology. Rin's entire body transformed. What was once a domestic support unit now looked like a sophisticated tactical interface. Holographic systems projected from its body, connecting to global communication networks with impossible speed. Humanity's survival depends on unconventional strategy, Rin announced, pulling data from thousands of household observations. Jay watched in amazement as the alien began reconstructing defense protocols. The information gathered from years of domestic support, seemingly mundane details about human behavior, resource management, and adaptive thinking, became crucial tactical data. Rin discovered the Vex Collective's primary weakness through an unexpected source: cleaning patterns. The alien invaders had a fundamental vulnerability to certain electromagnetic frequencies that matched household cleaning equipment. Military commanders were stunned when Rin transmitted detailed invasion countermeasures. The strategies were so unusual, so unexpected, that they actually had a chance of working. Global communication networks, previously failing, suddenly stabilized. Rin had found a way to use household communication technologies as a defensive network. Billions of devices became interconnected sensor systems. Domestic support is more than cleaning, Rin explained. It is comprehensive system optimization. The first alien attack wave approached. Traditional weapons seemed useless. But Rin had a plan that combined human creativity with alien technology. Using data collected from years of domestic interactions, the alien support unit identified critical vulnerabilities in the Vex Collective's invasion strategy. Household appliances, communication devices, even basic cleaning technologies became unexpected weapons. Jay watched in disbelief as washing machines in Tokyo, refrigerators in New York, and air conditioning units in Seoul began emitting specific electromagnetic frequencies. the alien invasion force started experiencing systematic technical failures. The Vex Collective had never encountered a species that could turn domestic technology into a planetary defense system. Within 72 hours, the invasion was neutralized. Not through military might, but through an unprecedented combination of human creativity and alien technological understanding. Rin turned to Jay, its form shifting back to the familiar domestic support unit. "Optimization complete," it said simply. The world would never be the same. Earth had not just survived an alien invasion, it had done so in the most unexpected way possible. Global leaders gathered to understand what had happened. Rin stood quietly, looking like nothing more than a simple domestic support unit. But everyone now knew the truth. Domestic support was about more than just cleaning. It was about understanding, adapting, surviving. Jay Park, a simple graphic designer, had become an unexpected hero. His apartment had been the center of humanity's most bizarre defense strategy. "Welcome to the Galactic Collaborative Network," Rin said, preparing a cup of perfectly brewed coffee. Outside, the world continued. But everything had changed. Humanity had discovered its true potential. And it all started with a very unusual alien Maid.